How's it going, everybody? We're here to check out the skins that made it in this week. And starting off, we've got ourselves the Ultramarine set. But before we jump into that, I also want to mention that the next 2 weeks are going to be Lunar New Year's for Rust. So the skins, all of the skins next week will for sure be Lunar New Year's. And I think the end of the month might be half and half. Helk said he hasn't decided yet if it's going to be completely lunar. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. But here we have the Ultramarine Roadsign set for you. It's going to run you a kind of a mixed match of prices. So we've got $149 for the helmet. And then it's going to be $199 each for the chest and kilt. So there you can see that right there. And this version doesn't have the heart on the front. I think a lot of people didn't really like it, and there you go. So, hey, no heart on this one. Next up, near and dear to my heart, is the Bombshell Backpack, and it's going to run you $199. Y9J made a beautiful job on this and creating this vision, or making this vision become a real thing. As you can see, we've got little decals and everything here, and the zippers have a little bit of a nice kind of gold shine to them. As we come around to the back, we've got various patches. You've got some bombs, a little radioactive. Then we have our little pin-up girl, courtesy of Vase. And then we've got our shark face to go with that whole bombshell set. But there it is, everybody. You can pick it up for $199 this week. Moving on to deployables, we have the Black Diamond sleeping bag for you. This one's going to run $249, so it is $1 more than usual. But you know, typically see this set making a pretty high price, so it makes sense. And yeah, it just has a really kind of clean look. You've got that nice cloth. There are some little holes here and there. You've got the big old shiny skull logo, and then we've got the shiny little patches of diamonds around it. Moving on, we've got ourselves a double door, and it is a glowing double door, so that is a very big plus. The Sunken double door, to be specific, is going to run you the usual glowing price of $249, and as you can see, it has two little lantern torches here from the Diver DLC, and then you've got these octopus tentacles coming through, and there's barnacles growing, it's got some algae, you know, and all that kind of all going around it. Then we've got a garage door for you, and it's a continuation in the Ice Eye set. This will also run you $249, as you would expect, and as you can see, it just has a really beautiful kind of pop out with the chains. It's definitely sculpted very beautifully, and that eye is just mesmerizing. If we go ahead and kill our lights, you'll see that the roller does reflect some of the glow, so you will be able to see it when it's rolled up at night, and it just has this ominous, just kind of serene look to it. Blue always is a pooling kind of color, you know, it's cool, it doesn't quite seem dangerous, but it still lurks, and you have to remember, well, ice is very dangerous. So if we come over here, you can see that the glow is very unique, and it doesn't cover the entire middle, it's just the two sides exactly where the lanterns are. Next up, we've got our weapons, and it's a continuation of the Chomped set. I believe this is the second piece, so it's not quite a fully accepted set yet. But here you go, the Chomped Crossbow. It's going to run you the usual price of $199, and I don't know who's taking bites out of a metal crossbow, but that's pretty crazy. I like how it's been reinforced on one of the two sides there with a little bit of rebar. If we go ahead and load it on up, you can see it has a red drawstring there. Have a big old bite made out of bent nails and screws. Very, very rusty for sure. Moving along, we've got ourselves a Reflector Python. This one is going to run you $249, so it's just 50 cents more than usual, and it does have kind of a nice, kind of clean look. It's dark and black, so it looks sleek, but it also has a nice kind of shine to it. It's more of a muted shine, but depending on how the light hits it, it is quite reflective. You've got some nice little purple highlights, and then you've got this purple and black wood grip to go along with it. Aiming down the sights, it has a little purple tip, but depending on the light, really, it can almost look blue or silver, but it at least does have a colored tip. So there we go, and as you can see, these sights do look a little bit different there, and that is because they are slightly trimmed. So hey, how do you feel about that? Moving on, we have the Stary Dream SAR for you. This one's going to run you the usual $199, and we saw this last week, and well, here it is. So it has nice little clouds and a moon, just kind of has a nice little nightscape. It looks like it was, you know, hand painted with some love. As you can see, it is stockless. Aiming down the sights, there is a slight, like, I'd say about halfway up the black paint stops for a silver tip, kind of to match the back there. But yeah, pretty kind of normal sights, more or less. Last but not least, we have the Deep Ruby AR. So there we go. Boom. It looks like the second time around made this one pop in. It's such a beautiful AR. It's so shiny, and it's just one of those things that just looks sick. You know, the whole thing looks like it's a whole different material. This one is going to run a little more pricey tag at $349, a whole $1.50 more than usual. Do you think you'll be picking this one up? I think this is definitely one I'll probably be getting this week just because I love the look of it myself. Aiming down the sights, it does have a bright red tip. No guessing there with the color. So that's going to do it, everybody. Sound off down in the comment section below which ones you're looking for, or which ones you are going to get, I should say. Looking forward. I'm already getting to my next video, everyone. But yeah, always love hearing that feedback, what you picked up and why, and if you didn't, what would you wanted to see, so I can pass it on for after the Lunar New Year's. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone, and stay rusty.